Good morning. Welcome to the Indy Boomer Show. I'm Mary Pat McKee. I publish a magazine called Indy Boomer, and thus we have the show, Indy Boomer Magazine. I'm sitting here this morning with J.J. Nelson, who is one of the board people with the American Diabetes Association. We're going to be talking a little bit about Tour de Cure. But first of all, of course, we always want to take care of a little bit of business, and that would include, as you can see on the screen right now, there's our March cover of Indy Boomer Magazine with Larry Bird on the cover. Very, very proud of that magazine. If you're interested, if you could go to indyboomer.com, you can get the digital version of the magazine. And starting in May, we will be citywide, and you will be able to go to any CVS store in Marion County and the surrounding counties and pick up a copy of Indy Boomer. But before we get too far into it, I want to thank Jim Wofford, who allows us to have this show on Hamilton County TV, along with Logan's street signs and banners and the trophy shop and all the good things that Jim does down the south side of Noblesville. So, J. Nelson, let's get into this.
Sure.
You are on the leadership board of the American Diabetes, can I say it right? American Diabetes Association.
Correct. And
you were fortunate enough to become the board chair of an event they call Tour de Cure.
Tour de Cure, that's correct. It's coming up in June.
Okay.
It's a fantastic event. It's an event where we're going to bring about 1,500 riders out to the Speedway.
Bike riders.
Bike riders,
Motorcycles
exactly.
or?
Bike riders, cyclists.
Cyclists, thank you.
But they like to call themselves riders.
Okay, sure.
So we're going to bring about 1,500 riders out to the Speedway for a fun-filled day. It's an event for riders of all skill levels, from novice to semi-professional riders will come out and ride.
Okay.
And it's able to join together in the field of diabetes.
Now, do they ride around the Speedway?
They do. It's a great opportunity. They get an opportunity to ride the Speedway. It's for those people that are, especially those semi-professional riders, it's a great event because it's one of the smoothest surfaces they'll ever ride on.
Yep.
We have a number of different races, or I should say, distances that they can ride that day. They have what we call the ride, which is a 100-mile ride.
Okay, so they go. Let's see, the track's 2.5 miles.
40 laps.
40 laps. Okay.
They call the seat on a bike. You know what they call a seat on a bike?
No.
A saddle.
Oh, a saddle.
That's a long time in the saddle, 100 miles.
It would be a long time. I couldn't do it, I don't think.
So we have the entry ride.
Okay.
We're going to have a couple of other rides. There's a 75 and a 50-kilometer road route that'll start at the track. It'll take off outside the track, go kind of northwest up to Traders Point, out by Eagle Creek.
Oh, so really a tour. I mean, really quite a ways.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we'll have those, and then also those people will have the opportunity, if we want to do a century ride, to do the 75K and then finish up, with laps around the track.
Okay. Well, because I am an American and never understood the metric system, what is 75K equal to? Is that a tough one? I'm sorry.
Don't make me do math.
Let's say it must be about 60. Maybe.
It's probably around that. Yeah, 50,
55,
60.
60. Okay, very good.
I should have done the math beforehand.
Well, that's okay. It takes somebody like me to ask you a silly question like that. But if they do the 75, then they can still come back and do the whole track.
Exactly. And we also have basically a family fun ride, where it's really, that's for anyone.
Okay.
There's no minimum, no maximum. You can do as many laps around the track as you want.
Okay.
And what's really great is you'll see kids from 5 years old to adults up to 85 years old
riding their bike.
And you'll see the 5-year-old on a little 12-inch bike, just giving everything they got.
Yeah.
And you'll see people on $10,000 bikes.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
They do it all the time and around it at 30, 35 miles an hour. So.
Do they just stick to the oval of the track because they put that new Grand Prix course in there?
My understanding is right now it'll just be the oval.
Okay.
We're in talks to potentially have some of the road course inside.
Oh, road course.
And that would be more for the family fun ride.
Okay.
Keep those people kind of they can do some laps, but keep them off of.
How many people did you say come to the event?
We're around 1,500 this year.
Wow, that's a lot.
So it's a big event. It's one of our biggest events.
And how many years you've been doing it?
Oh my God, it's been going for at least 30 plus years, I'm sure.
Have you always done it at the track?
It's been at the track, I think, the majority of the time.
Wow, I didn't know that. Let me ask you this: how does it work with sponsorship? do people? Well, you tell me. How does it
Sure.
work?
You know what? We're always looking for sponsors, ways to get involved, either individually or your company.
Yeah.
Really, three ways to get involved.
Okay.
As a company, you can become a sponsor, which is fantastic. Not only do you support, but you also have the opportunity to get your name out there.
Right.
Teams can, or companies can put together an actual team, a team of riders.
Okay.
And people get to ride in the event. They raise, again, those critical funds. And then also, there's just basically just volunteer opportunities. You can imagine an event like this, it takes an army of people to put on.
Oh, I bet.
From setup to tear down, all day long. There's opportunity for people to volunteer.
Now, well, let's do this, because I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't think I mentioned it to you before the show, but this also airs on Hamilton County Radio Monday through Friday at 6:30 in the evening. So if people want to get involved, is there a phone number or an email? Where should they go?
Absolutely. The best way is to contact the American Diabetes Association here locally.
Okay.
Colleen Lawson she's the person that's in charge of the volunteers.
Okay.
Colleen's email is clawson. It's LASON.
Okay.
Lawson at diabetes.org. Diabetes.org.
Okay.
And she's or just contact the local diabetes office here in Indianapolis.
Okay. Do you have a phone number for them? If not, we'll get it when on break.
That's on the screen.
It's on the screen. Very good.
So
It's on the screen.
352-922, I think 9226.
We'll say it again in the second half of the show
Perfect.
as well. But if a family wanted to just come as a family and not maybe as a group of people, can they come in? Do they pay like a flat sponsorship fee? How does that work for a family?
There's a registration fee, of course. There's
Okay.
There's a $25 registration fee.
Okay.
And then we ask there's a $200 minimum fundraising fee.
Okay.
So, and I'll tell you what, the fundraising is very, very easy. We have it set up where you basically can go on a website and send out emails to friends, families, anyone you
an
want to
easy way
sponsor.
to get the
It's a
word
very
out.
easy way to get the word out and get your sponsorship.
Do people then have a page that the people can go to and they pledge their money
Exactly.
and that type
Yep.
of
You
thing?
send out a page and they come to your page, sponsor your money. You can track your sponsors.
Okay.
Give your totals. It's very, very user friendly. Very easy.
Okay, that sounds good. Tell me more. What about? Let me see here. Who can? Can anybody participate, or is there just certain parameters?
I'll tell you what. It is open to anyone.
Okay.
Again, from 5-year-olds to semi-professional. We'll have people probably from 15 different states come in. It's really become a destination ride.
Oh,
There are tours
interesting.
all across the country. All the different diabetes associations.
Oh, so they do this in a
one.
lot of
They do
different
in other
cities. So
states.
it's not just Indianapolis. Okay.
But Indianapolis is very unique in the fact that we're the only tour that rides on a motor speedway. And not just any speedway, but the Indianapolis Speedway.
Right, which is really pretty
it's
cool.
a great opportunity. It's a great draw. We're very thankful for the Holman George family to allow us to go out there and use the track that day.
Yeah, well, very good. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about different aspects of the tour and
Okay.
how people can get involved and how you can get involved. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks.
Great.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Thank you for joining us. This is Kathy Padgett with Indiana Small Business Connection and Indiana Small Business Expo coming March 24th, 2015 at the Caribbean Cove. And you can find out all about that on indianasbc.com. Jennifer to the rescue is going to be there. She has been a faithful person to be an exhibitor, and she's also going to be Jennifer on the road. Tell us that you're going to be, what you're going to be doing there.
We're going to be doing a live remote there, and you can be interviewed by me. I can't believe it. but we'll be there. We'll
It's
be
going
there.
to be awesome. We have service and resource providers for small business owners, so it's one-stop shop for success. You can pick up all kinds of information from different exhibitors. We have cash prizes and all kinds of door prizes at almost every booth. We also have an after-business networking and a master business roundtable event with an expert panel discussion. You want to be sure to look at IndianaSBC.com and everything that's going to be taking place on March 24th, 2015, and do not miss this expo. It's free to attend the exhibit hall and only $20 for the Master Business Roundtable and Master Business the expert panel discussion. So we want you to be there. And Jennifer to the rescue has been such a faithful person. She and I are partnering with Hamilton County TV to bring you an exciting event, and we're going to share more about what we're doing together real soon. So be sure to join us. We're happy to be with you today. Thank you so much. Kathy Paget, IndianaSB.com.
Yes, we're taking questions from the audience today. Oh, hi. We're back. Hi, I'm Pat McKee. I'm the publisher of a magazine called Indy Boomer, and I'm sitting here today with JJ Nelson. JJ, I did not tell people about the March issue of Indy Boomer or talk about our new show called Boomer TV. And if you are interested, you are more than welcome to watch us on Channel 8 on Sunday mornings at 10:30. And this coming Sunday, we have the Wright Brothers as one of our main feature presentations that Patty Spittler will be speaking with them. She's the host of the show. And then we have several other reporters in the show as well. We have Grace Trahan and Scott McCain, Paul Petit. Also, this Sunday, we do a really nice segment on Mike Ahern. He is a spokesperson for American Senior Communities, which is one of our favorite advertisers in the magazine and on the show as well on Boomer TV. And there you can see their logo and stuff on the screen right now as we speak. But anyway, please try and watch us if you can on Sunday at 10:30 on Channel 8 Wish for Boomer TV. Also, Indy Boomer magazine is out, the March issue with Larry Bird, and you can pick this up at IndyBoomer.com, and there again you can see him on the cover. And also on our very first Boomer TV show, Patty interviewed Larry Bird, and that was quite a great interview as well. Larry doesn't always talk to a lot of folks, so we were honored to have him on our debut show of Boomer TV. So,
Fantastic.
JJ, we were sitting here talking about Tour de Cure. And that is a fundraiser for the American Diabetes Association. And JJ is on the leadership board of the American Diabetes Association. I don't know how many times I can say it because I'm obviously starting to mess it up quite a bit. But anyway, you are the board chair of this fundraising event.
this event.
Would you say it's the biggest event for the American Diabetes Association?
This is probably our biggest event of the year.
Okay.
We do 3 events throughout the year, 3 big events.
Right.
We do the walk. Actually, I would say the walk's probably the biggest. We do the walk.
Is that the one in September?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yep.
thought so.
So we do a
Okay.
walk. We do a gala, a big gala in November, and then our summer event is the Tour de Cure.
Okay, so Kiss the Pig is not one of their big
Well,
events.
Kiss the Pig is a big event, but it's not the big 3.
Well, it's one of my favorite to say. So anyway, but we'll talk about Kiss the Pig another time. Let's focus on this one here. That
Sure.
is Saturday, June 20th.
Saturday, June 20th. That's right. It's coming up.
Yes, it is, and it'll be here before you know it. And the really cool part about this event, I think it's cool, is that it's out at the racetrack.
Correct.
At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Not to put a plug in, but for our May issue of Indy Boomer magazine, we have Donald Davidson, who's a historian for the Indianapolis
wow.
Motor Speedway. So, but let's go back to this again. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place, aren't I? There is first time. If a person wants to come for the very first time, what should they expect? What should they do?
I'll tell you what they can expect is going to be a great day.
Yeah,
It really is.
fun.
We're crossing our fingers and knocking on wood for good weather.
Yes.
Sun, not warm but not too hot. It's
Yeah.
kind of that right
Indiana,
mix.
you never know,
that
do
right
you?
mix.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, it's really amazing when you're out there and you can see you see people again from toddlers to seniors all riding. I mean, there are people that have been there riding for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, how long? You said this event's been going on for like 20 or 30
It's been
years.
over I think over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Wow.
And we have some people that come in that have participated and have never missed a year. They have moved away. They still come back and ride every year. The stories and the opportunity to visit with people and learn their stories, hear their stories is amazing. Especially I really kind of focus in on some of the children and you can hear some of what they've gone through when they're out there riding, and it's
You mean children with diabetes?
children with diabetes,
Sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so what can you expect is a full day of fun and excitement.
Okay.
You have an opportunity to ride your bike around the track, do some road courses if you want to. After the ride is over, there's lunch that they set up in the garages, so you actually get to have lunch in the
that's cool.
garages.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Do people get down and kiss the bricks?
You do see people that'll stop and kiss the bricks.
That's great.
And
Great.
and a lot of pictures.
Uh-huh.
Afterwards, there's always a ton of social media postings.
Oh, I bet.
So it's just a great event for everyone.
Well, the track in itself, to me, and maybe it's because I've been here all my life, but it's very inspirational anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
All the things that have happened over the years at the racetrack and the races and everything, it's very exciting. Go ahead.
I was going to tell you, the opportunity for people to actually, most people don't have that opportunity to actually be out on the track, ever step foot on the bricks.
Right.
And this provides them an opportunity, it's a great opportunity. Again, we're thankful for the Holman George family to allow us to have our event out there.
Okay, let's talk again about, I mentioned this is on the radio on Monday through Fridays at 6:30. Give us the, Connie, is that the girl that people need to email? Colleen, I'm sorry.
Yep, Colleen Lawson at the American Diabetes Association. Her email is clawson, it's
Okay.
CLAWSON,
Right.
at diabetes.org.
Okay.
She is in charge of all of our volunteers. And again, as I said, it takes an army of people working behind the scenes to
Right.
run this event. They get there at 5 in the morning and start setting up, getting water stations out, tents up.
Right.
Then people ride. I mean, some people, if they're doing the Century Ride, they may take it may take them. I think we start. I want to say around 6 a.m. I think is when we start.
At 6 a.m.?
So we get out there at 6 a.m. and they're working till late into the afternoon. I mean, some people will ride for. It may take them 6 hours to do the Century Ride.
Well, let me ask you this. Say you're not a cyclist and you want to just volunteer. How can
Sure.
somebody just the same thing, get with
Absolutely,
Colleen?
get with Colleen. And again, there are numerous opportunities. You can, anywhere from setup to tear down to, working some of the hydration stations,
Right.
Or the rest stops. Just a ton of logistics go into this. Marking the
Oh,
route,
I'm
picking
sure.
up the route markers afterwards. So just all kinds of volunteer.
Well, and if you're a
opportunities.
volunteer, you might not necessarily have to be there at 6 a.m. because if I were to volunteer, I wouldn't want to be there at 6. But you could come later in the day. I'm sure you've got shifts
Absolutely.
throughout the day
There
for
are shifts
people.
throughout the day.
Right.
And we will, we're happy to take anyone at any time.
Okay. Well, and diabetes really touches just about everybody's life in some form or fashion. I mean, whether you actually have it yourself or if it's a family member or something like that. So it's very important.
It's amazing. It touches so many Hoosiers that you don't even think about. It's really, diabetes doesn't get the press that heart issues or things like that. It's really kind of the silent disease that people have and they live with
Right.
Day in and day out.
Right. And the other thing, too, I know in speaking with some of your other associates at the American Diabetes, there's an easy test that can be done to find out if you are diabetic. So if you ever have a question, if you could possibly be diabetic, go to your doctor. I think it's an A1C.
It's an A1C test, exactly.
Okay, well,
and
very
it's just
good.
prick your finger and
And you're done.
And you're
it's
done.
all good.
Yeah.
All right, one more time. Phone number is 352-9226. And also go to diabetes.org/Indiana. And you guys can sign up and participate in this well-deserved, well-needed Tour de Cure. JJ, thank you so much for coming.
thank you, Pat.
All right. Thanks. Come see you all next week. Thank you.